Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who is Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? All right. The date is 13th January 2021. It's a Wednesday. I just got this letter right now. And looking at the passion, the intensity, the emotions in this letter, I decided I had to share this letter with you guys, okay? I'm going to read out his thoughts and let's see if I can give a proper answer to this letter. So let me know your thoughts. Feel free to let me know your thoughts. The only thing which I will not do is expose his name because I respect the privacy of people who trust me. And, I want it to be, I don't want to kind of use my platform to hurt or harm anyone. Okay. So let's read out the letter. Okay, before I do read out the letter, just an apology. My previous video that I shared with you with the iPhone, the audio didn't come proper. It was about Dubai. So I apologize for it. Many of you said that the audio quality is pretty bad. I'll work on it because not always can I connect stuff like this. And the second thing is the house is nearly being done in terms of renovation. That is why there was a delay in my videos. But now it's getting more or less, it's going to take another 2 weeks for me to sort it out. I will share the videos if you're interested. So let me know. Okay, let's move on with the letter. And do give me your thoughts. Do give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Okay, so this is what it says, Mr. So-and-so. The title of the letter is Serious Concerns About Your Content. Okay, when someone says they have serious concerns about my content, well, it is a matter of serious stuff because I like giving worthwhile content. So let's say, hi Loy. Hi, my dear friend. I got serious concerns about a lot of content that you display on YouTube. So this person has a lot of serious concerns. That means he values my content so much. Okay, what does he say? You need to practice what you preach. Okay, that's a very good piece of advice. You should always practice what you preach, period. Okay, for a start, you can get rid of all the tattoos. Okay, he wants, for a start, Mr. Serious Concern wants me to get rid of all my tattoos. Yes. He wants me to get rid of all my tattoos, which anyway costs me like $25,000. To remove the tattoos will cost me 10 times more. And, for getting a tattoo is just like one session. To remove the same tattoo takes 12 sessions. So you can imagine if it took me, let's say 1 year or 2 years to get this whole tattoo done, how long it takes. So his first piece of advice to me, okay, this great gentleman, is please get rid of all these tattoos. Okay, fine. Second, dress professionally while on camera. Ooh, sheesh, this is not professional. Damn, I should dress professionally. Suit and tie. Just imagine Loy Machedo walking with a suit and tie. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Loy Machedo speaking to you from LAM Network. So he wants me first get rid of all these tattoos, which I'll share a photograph of how I look without tattoos, and then I should dress professionally while on camera. Thank you very much. And then he says, and then think about personal branding yourself as a coach, as a guide, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so he wants me to think about personally branding myself as a coach with a suit and tie, no tattoos, as a guide with suit and tie and no tattoos, and as a blah, blah, blah. Okay, I do not know what is a blah, 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 but I guess blah, blah, blah is some other things. Okay, so coach, guide, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, the three blah, blahs. Okay, then, and you speak about being number one in the personal branding, blah, blah, blah. This blah, blah, blah seems to be, I don't know, it's maybe some code word or something. And I speak about being number one in the personal branding, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it beats me that you have come to such a highly respected forum like TEDx in shorts. So it beats him that I have come to such a highly respected forum like TEDx. I'll answer that. In shorts, showing off all your ugly tattoos. Damn. it's unbelievable. It's shocking to this serious Mr. Serious Concern. How the hell did I come up on TEDx, such a highly respected forum like TEDx, wearing shorts and showing my ugly tattoos? Let me answer this line. Number one is TEDx. TEDx. X means anyone can organize this. Okay, it's not the main principle, that is TED Talks. Okay, TEDx means a school, a college, a group of people, provided they fulfill certain criteria, can organize a TEDx. So there's nothing respected about it. You can Google search TEDx talks. Some of them are so pathetic, so horrible, so amateurishly done. It absolutely destroys the brand name of TED Talks. That is why now TED has lost its brand value. So there's nothing respected about TEDx. It's only uneducated people who think TEDx, oh. That is why people who put, speaker at TEDx, they're just stupid. Even I did that. Initially, I thought it was a big thing. Nobody gives a flying fuck about TEDx talks, okay? Unless you're speaking at TED Talks with, let's say, VIP delegates like, let's say, Al Gore or Tony Robbins, $1 billion, $1 million personalities. Others, nobody gives a flying fuck. Today, you can have a TEDx in Pondicherry in a small village with 20 people sitting in the audience with all college students who do not even have the ability to earn a livelihood. That is how pathetic TEDx, these talks are. You don't have to believe a word I say. Just check on YouTube. You'll realize how horrible these talks are. Some are miserable. I can't even sit through 10 seconds of them. Okay, then. And a highly respected forum like TEDx, in shorts, showing off all your ugly tattoos. FYI, to my person with serious concerns, the only reason I got selected to speak at TED Talks, TEDx, is because I stood out from the rest of the audience. Had I been a guy with suit and tie, looking like everyone else, nobody would have bothered. How do you think I managed to beat almost, I think, 4,000 or 6,000 other speakers and get that slot? It is not just because of tattoos. It's because I stood out. I had a unique message. And the way I marketed and sold myself stood out from the rest of the... Had I been a guy with a suit and tie, nobody would have bothered. And the only reason why people remember me is because I stand out. Mr. Serious Concern. Okay. Moreover, why are you talking about brotherhood and color? I have no idea what the fuck is brotherhood and color. You need to give me a context. What color, what brotherhood? Okay. Then, next he says, I watch a lot of your videos. Thank you so very much. You are a practical guy. Thank you very much. You are very kind with your words. But at the same time, also abnormal. Ooh, damn. Since when did being abnormal is not a good thing? If you're normal, it's practically boring. Seriously, it's practically boring. Why do you think every WWE superstar is so unique? Because they need to stand out from the rest of the crowd. Why do you think we remember superheroes? We remember supervillains. We remember people who are different because they stand out. People like you like to be boring like everyone else. It's not bad being boring, but there's nothing unique about being boring. Okay, then he says, first of all, why have you tattooed yourself all the way from head to toe? Well, it's my body. I can choose to do what I like. At the age of 31, when I was earning my own money, when I had my own career, when I had my own life, chose to do with my body what I wanted. The problem with Indians like you feel that everyone has to conform to your standards of what you believe is, this is acceptable. I'm sorry, but the world doesn't follow what you think and it does not care what you want. So if you don't approve of my tattoos, nobody gives a flying fuck, neither do I. And just as you wouldn't give a damn to what I think, and you should not, in the same way, I don't give a damn to people who are just random strangers. It's like, just imagine you're walking down the road and someone says, hey, look ugly. Who the fuck cares? So, do you think, I don't even know you. and you want me to, oh, why have I tattooed? So relax the fuck out, man. Focus on yourself. See, you're watching my videos. I'm not watching your videos. You're following my content. I'm not following your content. You at least know me. I don't even fucking know you. So that shows who you are, a nothing and nobody. Okay? So let that sink into your system. Then he says, that's very gross. Well, I have not designed myself to impress your greatness. I didn't create myself. Oh, one day, Mr. Serious Concern, I will impress him so much that he will love me. I'm sorry. You live in a different world. Okay, then. Secondly, you speak like a split personality. Well, I have different parts of my personality, so it does look like it's split, but it's split into many multiple parts. There is part of me that is angry, sometimes it's sarcastic, sometimes it's serious. It's different facets to my personality. Just because you Google search and you read split personality and you think, oh, I'm a psychologist, now I know split personality, doesn't mean you understand science or psychology. Okay, on one hand, you keep crowing that you dislike keeping little touch with any relatives and friends, blah, blah, blah. For some reason, you like the word blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, in many videos, he has compared himself and his kiddo to his cousin's kids. Okay, little bit of context here. My family, like all other families, has a grandmother, has 4 daughters, and those 4 daughters have 2 to 3 children each, and those 2 to 3 children, some of them have more children. Okay, so that's just one grandmother. Then there is another grandmother. There are actually, I think, 5 to 6 grandmothers. So overall, if you actually see my entire family, if I were to count each and every person, there are roughly around 300 or 400 people. Okay, it's that big. Now, out of the 300 and 400 people that are there in the family, I keep in touch with one person pretty frequently, and that's my cousin's sister. That also, after we had a fight, for I think after 10 years or 12 years, I kept in touch with her. So out of 300 or 400 people, I keep in touch with one person. So you are telling me that I keep in touch with my entire family? No, I keep in touch with one person. So if I keep in touch with one person, that is being a split personality. I don't know, is it me or is it you that has split personality? Okay. So you said you dislike keeping in touch with your friends and relatives. Yes, I absolutely dislike keeping in touch with friends and relatives. Right now, I've been alone, away from my wife for, I think, 20 days. I've not kept any friends, nobody else. I'm all alone here, in my house, all alone. And I'm perfectly happy and I'm very busy doing work. Okay. I've been on this island for, I think, 4 years. The only person that I know is my landlady and my landlord. Apart from that, just my wife. There's nobody else. Well, if you're talking about business, yes, the plumber, the carpenter, they come here and there. But I don't hang around with anyone. I'm always alone. So I don't know where have I said something that I don't follow. Like you said, practice what you preach. And in relation to my relatives, like you said, I keep in touch with my relatives. I've only kept in touch with one person out of 400 people, one person. So that's not keeping in touch with relatives and friends. It's relative. Okay. And why I compare my kid to my sister's kids, I didn't compare. I believe everyone's unique in their own way. I just cherry pick one trait. And that one trait is she's a girl. They are girls. She is talkative. They are artistic. So there are specific areas that I compare. I don't compare the whole gamut and say, wow, she's exactly like them. No, I don't compare. Why? Because I don't believe in comparing. Every child, every person is unique. So I think there's something wrong with you up here that you're more worried about who I compare what. So I'm just letting you know that I do not compare kids, especially kids. Okay. Next one. And you have presented an extremely false image of yourself in the TED Talk. I presented a false image. Okay, let's understand what is a false image. Because in many of your videos, you curse and degrade Western culture and harp about being Indian and carrying Indian values. But in that damn talk, you speak about universal brotherhood and all that crap. Okay, I'll answer this question. Now, at the TED Talk that was TEDx Dubai, in I kind of understand the fact that you're ignorant about the rules and regulations that go into qualifying a TED Talk. Because you're ignorant, I forgive you, okay? And you're stupid, and I forgive you for that also. Now, let me make you understand. Just let me give you a kind of a crash course. When you apply for a TED Talk, okay, a TEDx talk, whatever, you are asked to submit your script. After you submit your script, they reject your script because they want it to be of certain standards, certain qualities, certain protocols, certain guidelines. So I had presented, I think, around 22 concepts. All 22 were rejected. Finally, the one that I did present to them was the one that I changed at the last moment because they were so fed up. They thought I was going to mess up everything. Okay. And they were like, that is why when my introduction was given, they disassociated from me. And this was a controversial thing that I did mention on my YouTube. They said, you chose this guy. He's your speaker. We don't know what he's going to speak about. So they didn't know what I was going to speak about. Okay. So, but I had to be very careful because I was in Dubai. I was still liable to the laws of UAE. Emiratis were there, government officials were there. So I had to be very careful. And then on top of that, you can't curse on a TED Talk. You can't curse. I wish I could, but I could not. And another thing is, you need to use discernment, common sense, and maturity to know what has to be done where. Let's say, for example, Mark Zuckerberg always has worn a t-shirt and jeans. But when he went to meet the president, he wore a suit and tie and everyone was talking about it. The reason being is, even though he likes to wear, let's say, a polo shirt and jeans, he knows this, I'm meeting VIPs, I'm meeting people of power. I have to follow protocol. Same thing with Steve Jobs. Never wore a suit and tie in his latter years of his life. But when he went to meet the president, he wore a suit and tie. In the same way, for me, it was not the question of suit and tie. They knew the gimmick that I was coming up with. Okay, I had to shock the audience and look different. Okay, and I had a story to tell. That was the main crux. Now, obviously, when you have an Islamic country with sheikhs in the audience, with Arab government officials, you can't swear. And that's common sense. That's number one. Second one is degrade Western culture. The talk of mine was not about degrading Western culture, nor was it a rant. Among the many videos that I post, not all videos are bashing up people of the West. Not all videos are bashing up people from India. Not all videos are the same. They have a different theme. And I am against ignorance. I am against arrogance. I am against injustice of society. And over there, I do swear because it comes naturally to me. And I'm alone. These videos that I have are either vlogs or they are communications that I have with myself, and people tune in to listen to my opinions. But over there, I had to give a public address. So that is why I had to be aware of what I was saying. And since you do not know this, I memorized every single word, every single sentence. I even knew the timing, how many seconds it would take, because that was a script. That was not casual conversation. So, like you said, degrade Western culture. The talk was not about degrading Western culture. And harp about being Indian. That talk had nothing got to do with being Indian and Indian values. Okay? It was nothing got to do with that. Had my talk been about the drawbacks of the Western and Eastern values, yes, I would have spoken that. But I can assure you, nobody would have given me a platform because TED does not want to be controversial. If any talk that is controversial, it will remove that because TED stands for technology, I think, entertainment and design, or technology. I think it's technology, entertainment, design. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Then he says, but in that damn talk, you speak of universal brotherhood. I do not speak about brotherhood. I spoke about judging others. I spoke about racism, but I had to put it mildly because I was there in Dubai. So I couldn't speak explicitly about racism. What I spoke about was, just as the analogy, an egg, inside everyone's the same. What I meant to say was that deep down, we are all alike. We are all alike as we want love, we want affection, We want success. We want happiness. However, the society that is outside, it tends to judge us and divide us based on how we look, our appearance. Okay, same thing which you're doing right now. The only challenge for me was because of the limitations of time. I think I had only 10 minutes. I had to finish my talk within that time. And just so that you know, you may not know what happens at TED. There is a clock right in front of your face. There's a clock right at the top. There is a camera that is recording going live, and you do not have a second take. So if you make a mistake, you're finished. It's going to be recorded forever. And on top of that, when you cross the time, they stop you. You'll be surprised to know this. Check Tony Robbins' talk. When you reach the threshold, they actually stop you from talking. Tony Robbins played around and tried to get over 20 minutes, but all the talk is always timed. And if they give you time, you have to stick to it. Otherwise, they stop your talk. See, this is something you do not. That is where you're an ignorant bum. Okay, next one. You yourself are nothing without those damn tattoos. I'm nothing anyways. With the tattoos, without the tattoos, I'm nothing. And I've always told you I'm nothing, because if I were to die, you know, I don't know if you saw this talk. I spoke about my father-in-law dying. After he died, they cremated him, set him on fire, they burnt him. There was nothing but ashes. And I do not know from where you have the mistaken identity that I think I'm larger than life. I feel that you have daddy issues, that you have low self-esteem, that you have problems where you feel, oh, he thinks he's too great. Oh, no. I think you have problems with him. For me, if you tell me I'm nothing, absolutely, you're right. With the tattoos, without the tattoos, with the money, without the money. When we die, we all go 6 feet underground. We're eaten by the worms. If someone sets you on fire, you're cremated, you're ashes. So we all are nothing. Technically, we all are nothing. The only importance is what society gives us. Like Elon Musk, we say, oh, so big, Elon Musk. You know, just remember, the Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, and the other guy's name? These people who died. I mean, Kobe Bryant, that basketball player, I can't get his name right because I don't watch basketball. These people, these legends of our time who died, they're finished. They're nothing. So it's not just me, it's everyone is nothing. And you are focused about my tattoos. For me, these tattoos are just ink, color. They do not define me. They're just part of me. Okay. Then he says, but you have declared that you would not like your daughter to have a tattoo and would even make a tattoo experience painful for her. You're mixing up too many points here. First, you say, you yourself are nothing without those damn tattoos. I agree with you. We are all nothing with or without tattoos, whatever. Okay. But I've declared, now you're moving to another point. You have declared that you're not like your daughter to have a tattoo. I do not want my daughter to have a tattoo when she's underage. When she starts working after the age of, let's say, 20, 21, when she's an adult, she can do whatever she likes. Get a tattoo, have a boyfriend, have a girlfriend, have a child outside wedlock, be a lesbian, be trans. She can do whatever she likes. She wants to tattoo her face, her eyeballs, split her tongue. I have no issues. But after she becomes an adult, you cherry pick the videos. You don't even pay attention to what the fuck I'm saying, and you fart out of your mouth. It looks like shit comes not out of your ass, it comes out of your mouth because your brain is being forced out of your anus. That's the problem. Here's the thing, which you do not know because you're an ignorant son of a bitch. Okay? I would not like my daughter to have a tattoo. Do you know that here in Thailand or Eastern countries, even the West, you have children as young as 10 to 12 years old putting some name or putting some design. I myself know young children who have had lines and names of their girlfriend, boyfriend, and that's so very wrong. That is the reason I wouldn't want my daughter to get a tattoo. And the thing is, she will look at me having all these tattoos, and obviously she'll think that this is acceptable. But with communication, I'm going to let her know that after the age of 31, I got it. So if she wants to get a tattoo, let her get after a particular age. Okay, and you'd like to make a tattoo experience painful for her? Yes, because just as I don't want her to touch fire, I don't want her to play with snakes, I don't want her to have friends who smoke, drink, do drugs, and engage in sex, I'll make those experiences painful for her. In the same way, getting a tattoo, which is a permanent mark on your body, I would make it painful for her so that she doesn't want it. Okay, next one. In a very recent video, you have declared marriages as an outdated concept. Yes, marriage is a man-made concept to show acceptance in society. Okay? But in the same video, you justify your family life. My family life has nothing got to do with marriage. Okay? The only reason I got married traditionally, not legally, traditionally with my wife, was to tell the family I'm accepting her. Do you know that legally I've not signed any papers? Legally, she's not my wife. I still have not signed any legal documents of her being my wife. And even if I did sign the legal papers, I have had 3 divorces. So legal papers mean nothing. If 2 people do not wish to stay together, the legal papers mean jack shit. With this girl, I've not got married legally. I just got married in terms of the ceremony, which was only attended by her family members. Okay? And in the same video, you justify. I've never justified a family life. I've said, this is what I want. If I didn't want it, I wouldn't have it. Okay? And why you have a kid and all? There's no kid and all. There's only one kid. I wanted to have a kid. I wanted to have a family. And that's why I have a wife. It's I want. And she wanted the same. And that's why we came together. Okay. Next one. And I also like to know from you, okay, if you treat your job so seriously, okay, and doesn't like relationships to come in the way, why on earth do you feature your wife and baby in so many videos and even tell the whole world how you are bringing them up and how you control the house and all that crap? Okay, I'll answer this question. There are quite a number of points. And I'd also like to know, since you like to know, here's my answer. If you treat your job so seriously, my job is being a brand online, and I take that very seriously, like the video I'm answering right now. And you don't like relationships. If I didn't like the relationship, I would divorce her. That's without a saying, okay? And you can even forward this part of the video to her. She knows for a fact. I've told her if she comes in between me and my work, she's out, okay? Whether it's her, it's a kid, she knows for a fact these are the unwritten or unstated rules or whatever. I've actually literally communicated to her very clearly before we got into the relationship. These are the do's and these are the don'ts. And if there are any additional do's and don'ts, she knows what it is. And she follows them to the T because she knows if she has to be with me in the relationship, these are the rules to follow. And I also know that there are certain rules that she has. I have to be loyal to her, faithful to her, never beat her, do not be violent, do not smoke, do not drink. I follow those rules, okay? So we both have our roles and responsibilities, and we both know what are the rules to follow, okay? So your claim that I don't like relationships is bullshit. If I didn't like a relationship, they're never there. That's why I never have friends in any of my videos, okay? Why on earth do you feature a wife and baby? I feature my wife and baby. Why? Because her previous husband was ashamed of her, found her absolutely ugly and pathetic, and he never shared her single photograph or update with anyone in the world to show her that she was useless. And this guy came from a very poor background and he was ugly as fuck. So he being ugly as fuck and poor made her feel like she is even more shit, even more uglier. So when she came into my life, I decided to show her that she is not ugly, she is not cheap, she is not useless, she means the world to me. She's as good as me. Many people consider me a superstar. For me, it doesn't get over my head. I featured my wife because I'm proud of her. And the reason why I feature my wife and baby in all my videos is because this is part of my brand. This is part of my life. This is part of who I am. It defines me. When you're married, your wife and your kids, your relatives, they form a part of your personality, whether you like it or not. So I'm not just a one-dimensional person. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a friend. I'm a lover. So I portray all those areas because that forms part of my brand. Okay. And also another reason why I feature my wife and baby is because to have those memories which will remain on YouTube as long as my channel remains. And I want my baby, if in case I die, for her to know that her father loved her, because I do not have any photograph, any video of my parents and me. I didn't want the same suffering or the same thought process that my daughter would always think, where are those moments? So that is why I make sure every video, every photograph is shared and they form a part of my own brand. It comes under the Loy Machedo brand, okay? And even tell the whole world how you're bringing them up. Yes, I do share the realities and the struggles of life because that is being true and real. Not just showing a suit and tie and perfect one-dimensional image. I like to show various aspects of my personality that forms my brand. Why do you think so many clients come to me? Why do you think I get paid so much of money? Because they know I'm genuine. I'm not fake. Okay? And how you control your house? Well, it's my house. I pay the money. I pay the bills. So it's my house and my rules. Okay. Who cares, man? Who cares? You fucking care. Because if you didn't fucking care, you wouldn't have written this fucking letter. So you fucking care. Don't say who fucking cares. You're the one who fucking cares. I don't fucking care about your life. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't even bother what the fuck you're doing. But you give a fuck about what I'm doing. And because you care, you wrote this fucking letter. And that shows that you have a split personality. You have a mental issue and you need to sort yourself out, young man. Okay, you seriously need sound treatment. You need to read this. What you wrote here, reflect on what I've said. You're saying, who cares? You fucking care. You're saying, you're complaining about all this shit about me and you're still watching my videos. That shows there's some mental issue that you have. It's like, I hate a dish. I hate a restaurant. I hate that place, but I still go there. I still eat the food and I still complain. So who do you think has a mental issue? It's a person who fucking goes there and you are that guy. Then he says, kindly check yourself up wherever you are. I absolutely go and get myself checked physically, mentally, emotionally, all the ways. I'm very aware of what I'm doing. In fact, FYI, I went to one of the topmost psychologists and psychiatrists for almost, I think, 2 to 3 years, once in 3 days. And I paid hard-earned money to make sure that I understood and, I was able to evaluate myself, okay? And stop misguiding your poor viewers, especially the younger generation. Stop misguiding. Let me be clear to you on one thing. You might assume that people are dumb. I assume that people are smarter than me. That is why I keep everything transparent. Now, you might think, they are the poor viewers. They are the poor. Well, newsflash, people are smarter than we are. And I look at the world as people being smarter. And that is why I avoid telling lies. Because I know if I try to tell a lie, I'll be exposed. So I always give people the benefit of the doubt that they are smarter. And especially the younger generation, my dear friend, today's younger generation is very, very smart. The only thing that they lack is maturity and they lack the aspect where they lack experience. Otherwise, they're much more smarter than me. Much more smarter at any point of time. Regards, a concerned well-wisher. Okay. So he sent this letter and as I was making the video, this guy sends me another letter. It's a short one, and I'll read it out to you. He says, hello. Okay, the subject title is hello. Boss. Thank you. Boss. Nobody in the world cares what you do in your damn personal life. Okay. Now you said nobody. If nobody, as you said, nobody means what? No one. No one means zero. If nobody cared, I wouldn't get any views on YouTube. So that means somebody cares, not nobody. Okay. So the first statement, the first sentence itself, you are shooting yourself in the foot. The second one, why the fuck are you washing your dirty laundry in the open shamelessly? Why the fuck are you so bothered? What the fuck I do? Mind your own fucking business. It's like washing dirty laundry. Do you know the exact problems that I've gone through over the past 4 years? Have I shared with you any problem which has not been mentioned on YouTube? Do you know that there are so many problems that I do not share on YouTube? There are so many moments of anger, disgust, sadness, dissatisfaction that I do not share because every video that I share, every update is calculated. So you're the dumb fuck here, not me. Okay, then what you do in the four walls of your house is your problem. Well, it is obviously my problem. That is why I do not share it. I only share what I calculate and decide is what engages the audience. You do not know a jack shit of what goes on in my house. You assume that you know. Okay? And see, listen, you're the one who is so interested and bothered about me. I don't give a fuck about you because you're a nothing and nobody, See, and you're the only bugger on earth who has married and who's living with a wife and child. I don't know where I actually said that. Okay. Are you the only bugger on earth with a past? I don't know. Maybe everyone is. I suppose everyone has. See, the thing is, you have some insecurity issues which really seem to be a problem. I don't know what your issues are, but you're feeling very insecure when you look at me. I think you really need to understand that you're special in your own way. Don't have to look at me. Stop watching my videos. Please stop watching, my dear friend. All married souls face similar issues. See, the thing is, you generalize. Nobody cares what you do. All, and he has put in capital letters, all married souls, as if you have met all the 9 billion people on the planet. All. See, this is where you have a problem. You assume that you speak on behalf of everyone on the planet. Okay? And everyone has gone through shit in their lives. No, you're wrong. I know a lot of people. I know a lot. I didn't say all. I know a lot of people who have had perfect lives. Okay? You'll be very surprised to know that. I appreciate you sharing certain aspects of your personal life. You said I have a split personality, but now you are saying on one hand you're complaining and bitching about it, and then you're saying you appreciate. So which one is it? Okay. But you telling the whole world everything about your wife. You do not know everything about my wife, my dear friend. Here's a question. Okay, here's a question. From the past 20 days, can you tell me what I have not shared about my wife, about the problems, about my kid, about my own personal life? Do you know what I have not shared? Do you even have an iota of a clue what I've not shared? You don't. You just don't. See, the thing is, I know what I'm sharing. Before I start the day, I actually take a pen and paper and I note down what I'm going to say, which day, which topics are covered. So you might think this is just random videos, but they are well planned out in advance. Okay? But you're telling the whole world, okay. And your past is only going to be detrimental to your progress and growth in the long run. Thank you so very much for focusing about my growth and progress in the long run. Just for your information, my growth has been phenomenal. My progress has been incredible, and I'm very happy. In the past 4 years, things have only gotten better for me, and I'm very grateful, thankful, and humble about it. That is why my subscriber base and my revenue has been increasing. So it goes against your assumption. Okay. I'm telling this for your own good. Thank you for the unsolicited, free, unwanted, useless advice, which I do not need. You can keep your advice and shove it up your ass. You know, ass is your bumhole, not the mouth where shit is coming out. Okay. Don't show all your cards in front of the world. I never show all my cards. You assume that I show all my cards. Just cut the fuck up. How do you cut the fuck up? What is cut the fuck up? Just cut the fuck up and focus on whatever you're good at. Well, I'm pretty good at what I do. That is why I make a good amount of money and I'm very happy with my life. Sorry if I've sounded rude. Peace. Sorry if I sounded rude. After all this shit, after all this unwanted, stupid, useless, nonsensical opinion, you're apologizing. It's like going and insulting someone, talking crap, and then saying, yes, listen, man, I'm sorry, sorry, don't feel bad. I seriously feel you have some mental issues up here. Not in a bad way, but I'm seriously telling you, I think you need to, don't go with don't go with what I say. I think your relatives and your friends know that you have a personality issue, know that you have a mental issue, know that there's something wrong with you, but maybe they're not addressing it. And that is why you felt this surge, this urge, this impulse to write to me, because you see me as a threat. You see me as an alpha male, which you cannot take it. So I understand your insecurity, but I seriously feel you need medical help. And please, for the life of me, do not get into a relationship. Do not get married, because if this is the type of person you are, the person who's going to get married to you is going to have a disaster of a life. And I can assure you and guarantee you, this person will either be miserable or seek a divorce. I can challenge you on this. So anyway, thank you so very much, Mr. So concerned about me. I had to address this because it was a very passionate plea. So to those people who are watching this video, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. This is me signing off. Take care.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.